The Arabian Peninsula is a land shaped by sand, sea, and history. Qatar, a small peninsula in the Persian Gulf, is defined by its coastline and vast natural gas reserves. To the southeast, Oman boasts a diverse landscape and controls the strategic Musandam Peninsula overlooking the Strait of Hormuz. Between Qatar and Oman lie Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, forming a geographic barrier. Many assume Qatar and Oman share a border, but this is an illusion created by their proximity on the map. In reality, the landmass of Saudi Arabia and the UAE separates them entirely. To travel from Doha to Muscat by land, one must cross through these intervening countries, a journey of hundreds of kilometers. There is no direct land connection, no shared border post, only the territories of powerful neighbors in between. This lack of a direct border shapes their relationship, forcing reliance on maritime and aerial routes. Ports and airports become lifelines, not just infrastructure. The space between Qatar and Oman is filled with the influence of others, reminding both nations of the complex geopolitical chessboard they inhabit. Their connection is defined not by a shared fence but by the necessity to think beyond borders. Geography here is both a challenge and a catalyst for creative diplomacy. The borders of the modern Middle East are recent inventions. For centuries, the Arabian Peninsula was a patchwork of tribal territories, with boundaries defined by wells and oases. The British Empire formalized these frontiers in the 20th century, often ignoring local realities. The UAE's formation in 1971 consolidated the land between Qatar and Oman, ensuring they would never share a direct border. Saudi Arabia's vast Rub al-Khali further cemented this separation. The result, Qatar is surrounded by Saudi Arabia and the sea, while Oman's borders are with Saudi Arabia and the UAE. This was no accident, but a deliberate outcome of colonial-era negotiations. Today, Qatar and Oman are geographic neighbors but not adjoining ones, separated by the very states they now partner with in the GCC. If there's no land border, is there a maritime one? The answer is no. Qatar's waters in the Persian Gulf are bordered by Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Iran, not Oman. Oman's main coastline is far to the southeast, separated by the UAE and Iran's territorial waters. Even the Omani exclave of Musandam is divided from Qatar by stretches of Emirati and Iranian waters. The confusion comes from simplified maps and the close diplomatic ties between the two nations. On a small-scale map, Musandam looks close to Qatar, but the reality is different. Political alignment and frequent cooperation in the GCC add to the misconception of geographic closeness. In truth, the belief in a Qatar-Oman border is a myth, born from cartographic shortcuts and strong diplomatic ties. The sovereign territories of Saudi Arabia and the UAE lie firmly between them. Understanding this separation is key to appreciating their unique partnership. The lack of a direct border hasn't hindered Qatar and Oman, it's shaped their cooperation. Trade flows over sea routes, with goods passing through the Strait of Hormuz between their ports. During the 2017 to 2021 Gulf crisis, Oman's ports became a lifeline for Qatar, bypassing the closed Saudi border. Air travel bridges the gap, with daily flights connecting Doha and Muscat. Tourism and business thrive thanks to these maritime and aerial links. The main challenge is logistics. All Qatari land trade must pass through Saudi Arabia, creating vulnerabilities. Both nations have invested heavily in ports, shipping and air cargo to ensure resilience. Hamad Port in Qatar and Sohar in Oman are now regional hubs, turning geographic challenges into strategic advantages. Their mastery of maritime and aviation logistics is a direct response to their separation. Together they've built a partnership that thrives despite, or perhaps because of, the absence of a shared border. Qatar and Oman's relationship stands out in the Gulf Cooperation Council. Their separation by Saudi and Emirati territory means fewer border disputes and less direct rivalry. Instead, they've built a pragmatic, reliable partnership rooted in diplomacy and economic cooperation. Both nations often act as mediators in regional politics, a stance shaped by their geography and size. The 2017 Gulf crisis highlighted their bond. Oman kept trade and travel open when others closed their doors. This resilience proved the value of a friend across the sea. Their challenges have fostered innovation in logistics and diplomacy. Free from the friction of direct borders, they focus on shared goals for stability and prosperity. Their partnership is not defined by a line in the sand, but by a shared vision for the region. In the modern Gulf, Qatar and Oman's unique relationship is a testament to the power of creative cooperation.